Welcome. In this video I'm going to talk about one of the most important rules of accentuation in Spanish, and that is the rule of romper diptongos, which is to break diphthongs. We need to talk about what diphthongs are. Diphthongs do exist in English. This is a combination of two vowel letters. You can think of the AY in day, or the OW in brown, that sound, or the OU of sound. These two vowels put together to make a new syllable, distinct from both, but borrowing the sounds of both. So we have this term and the usage in English, a diphthong. In Spanish we say diptongo. We also have this word hiatus, hiato in Spanish, and this is kind of the opposite of a diphthong. A hiatus exists in English also. This is when two vowels, two vowels look like they go together, but they're actually pronounced in separate syllables. So an example of this would be this word here. It looks like coop, and it probably is coop in most situations, but it could be short for cooperative or a cooperation. You can say co-op. A lot of times to avoid, to sort of, and you would pronounce it co-op with a hiatus there, but a lot of times in English we'll do this kind of thing to show that we're actually separating the two vowels. Another word that has that is re-enter. We usually R-E-E-N, as in the word green, just goes together. So a lot of times this makes us uncomfortable, and we will put a hyphen between right after the prefix to show that it's not supposed to be counted as one syllable but two syllables. In Spanish, it's the same concept, but it's a little bit more interesting and a little bit more regular, because we have what we call weak vowels and strong vowels. In Spanish, we'll say vocales débiles y vocales fuertes. You also might hear vocales abiertos and cerrados, but in this video we'll call them weak and strong, débil and fuerte. I color-coded them. So these are the two vocales débiles, the weak vowels, and these are the two vocales strong vowels. Here's the rule. A diphthong is any combination of vowels that includes weak vowels. Hiato consists only of strong vowels. Vocales fuertes en hiato. Diptongo es una combinación con vocales débiles. A diphthong is a combination in Spanish that includes at least one weak vowel. Let me show you some examples. So we have A, E, I, O, U. A, E, I, O, U. And we can take the A and the I, put them together. Is this a diphthong or an hiato? This is a diptongo because we have a weak vowel in it. What about this combination? This is hiato because we have two strong vowels, E and O. How about this combination here? This has at least one weak vowel, so it's a diptongo, pronounced U. When I say diptongo, this means that it's one syllable. We wouldn't say I-U, we would say U. So we can see every combination here. Let's see how we would do that. Like this. So we can have ya, ye, and yo. Likewise, we can have I, a, and oi. We can have wa, we, wo. And we can have au, eu, o. We can also have you and we. Now, these are the natural, I think that's it as far as combinations. I think those are all the possible diphthongs that you can have in Spanish. The hiatos can also be, let's see, something like a, or ea, or ao. But you can also have a doubled vocal fuerte, like le is an example. Le, he reads, le, or o, I guess zoológico. So in zoo, zoológico has dos os at the beginning. So So what is the rule then? The rule is, get that out of here. The rule is that if you need to, hold on. This is like a puzzle, a really, really easy puzzle. I got it. If you have a diphthong, it's only one syllable. But if you want to write a word in which those two letters are separated, we show that by marking the weak vowel. So, of course, you need an example. Check out these two words here. We have baile and caída. Baile, caída. Well, this, we can see the diphthong right here. The a and the e together make bai, baile. 2 syllables, right? Baile, 2 syllables. What about this? How many syllables do you hear? Caída, caída. You should hear 3 syllables. Ca, I, and da. But a, I together will make 1 syllable normally because that's a diphthong. So here we need to break the diphthong, romper el diptongo, and the only way to do that is by marking it with a tilde. You mark it to show that it's not pronounced, this would be pronounced caída, like this is baile. This would be caída, like baile. But we don't want caída, we want caída. By the way, baile means a dance and caída means a fall. I guess if you dance badly, you will fall. Baile, caída, we have to mark it with the tilde there. Baile and caída. Okay, let me show you another pair using the same A-I combination. Here's one, and here's another. Okay, so this word is paisaje. How many syllables do you hear? Paisaje. You should hear 3 because this is one of them. Pai, sa, and he. And in this word, how many do you hear? Taíno. Taíno. You should hear 3 also because taíno. And taínos were the native, the indigenous people that lived in the area around, in Puerto Rico and I think on some neighboring islands also. So how should we write this word taíno to make it correct? We put a tilde on the weak vowel. It's always on the weak vowel to sort of promote it and separate it from the strong vowel that usually takes control. You can think of it like this. This is for paisaje, paisaje. But if we need to kind of promote this one to be the loudest letter of the word, we'll have to say, we'll have to mark it with a tilde to make it be like taíno. Another word that's actually very similar to paisaje is this word. Right? So paisaje, this is país. País, which is a country. Okay, ready for a test? I was hoping you would be ready for a test. So let's do this. Get that out of here. Okay. So this says Luis bailaba con María. Luis bailaba con María. Please click on the one word that has to break a diphthong. ¿Cuál palabra aquí rompe el diptongo? Which is the one word out of these 4 that has to break a diphthong? Okay, let's try another one. This is Mario corría y caminaba hacia la tienda. I'm missing some shorter words, but these are the words I want you to look at. Mario corría y caminaba hacia la tienda. Mario corría y caminaba hacia la tienda. Please pick. There's only one word here that has to break the diphthong. Which word rompe el diptongo? Which word here has to break the diphthong. Great. Good job. You're doing so well. I'm very proud of you. Pretty proud of you, relatively speaking. Let's look at one more thing. Now, words can, I'm not saying that words that have hiato never have an accent mark. That's not true. Now, there are words like chaos and le that don't have an accent mark because these follow the normal accent rules. You should have already watched my video about normal accent rules. These words follow those rules because we have, this word is pronounced chaos, chaos, and we count from the back. So this is grave because this word, this syllable is louder, chaos, and it ends with an S. So this does not need an accent mark. It's just written chaos, like this. No hace falta la tilde. This word here, how many syllables? Le, 2 syllables because we have this break between the two. So this is grave, and it also ends with a vowel, so it does not need an accent mark. You do, however, need an accent mark if it breaks normal accent rules. Here's a last name, Baez. Which syllable is louder, the ba or the es? Baez. Baez is a grave word. And does it end with a vowel? No, it does not. And because it does not end with a vowel, we do have to mark it. So this word is Baez. It's a name, last name. Baez. And here's another one. Encuentra. Let me erase that. Encuentra. Find. Find it. No, just find. Sorry. Find. Encuentra. Which syllable is this one? The we. The we. We is a diphthong. So we have tra, quen, and en, counting from the back. So this is the second one from the back. It means it's grave, and it ends with a vowel, so we do not need an accent mark on it. But what if we say encuéntralo? Encuéntralo. Now this is 1, 2, 3 from the back. That's an estrújula. Estrújula. Now many people will get confused and they'll do this kind of thing because they hear the accent back here. Encuéntrala. Encuéntralo. Sorry. But we don't. But if we were to put it on the u, then we would be following the romper diptongo rule. But we don't want to say encuéntralo. We want to say encuéntralo. So unless we are unless we are breaking apart the diphthong that exists here, unless we're trying to do that, we will not mark the weak vowel, only the strong vowel, el vocal fuerte, la vocal fuerte, encuéntralo. Notice we can make the word even longer, and the same thing still applies. Encuéntramelo, find it for me. Encuéntramelo, and it's still. And this is a sobreestrújula word. 1, 2, 3, 4. Encuéntramelo. This is the 4th syllable right there. Okay? Alright, let's do one more. Some very, very commonly mistaken words. These are 2 different words. Hacia and hacia. Hacia and hacia. Of course, this will have the tilde, hacia, because we want to say hacia, not hacia. Hacia. So now we have this word too. And what has to happen here? Right. Hacíamos. 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 Very, very common mistake. Some people will just leave it like this. Some people will go like this, hacíamos, but both of those are wrong. It must be hacíamos, likewise, hacían, and every other related word. Okay, I hope this was good and helpful. Let me show you one more because I'm having such a wonderful time. Look at this word. Aéreo. Aéreo. What do we do here? Let's count from the back. These are hiato. Este es el hiato. Those are two strong vowels. So it's 1, 2. This is one syllable. That's a third syllable, and that's a fourth one. Which one is the loudest one? Aéreo. 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 How about this word? Aeropuerto. Aeropuerto. Well, this is one syllable. This is the second syllable. But this is the loudest syllable, la sílaba tónica, aeropuerto. So it doesn't matter what comes after it. This is grave, and it ends with a vowel, so we leave it alone. We don't do anything to it. Even though this is a hiato over here, it just doesn't affect the rule. We only accent a strong vowel if it follows the normal rules of grave plus consonante or aguda plus vocal or estructura. Okay? Again, hope that helps.